So TLDR, to do this, you'll need a USB-C breakout board with 24 pins. So you can see your VBUS, ground, and S-bus 2, CC1, and like every single pin basically. So that, let's say your vape has a different pin to mine, you can just swap it over. And you'll also need some jumper cables, or if you want, you can just solder them straight on. And next you'll need the USB-A male pin out, so or breakout, so you can have all the pins exposed. And the most convenient way to do it is to just get some jumper wires and just plug them straight in. If not, you can solder them, so there's that as well. And you also got to make sure to not make contact with voltage and the data pins. So just make sure you don't have, you're not connecting those. In my case, I had to connect your VBUS ground into your VBUS. That'll be the same for everyone. But in my case, I had S-bus 1 and S-bus 2 that I had to connect to data 1, or data plus and data minus. In your case, it might be CC2 and CC1. It could also just be the data plus and data minus, but it's most likely to be S-bus or CC. Anyway, the rest of the video is me trying to figure out how to do this and the steps that I made. So carry on watching if you're interested on how I've figured this out. Okay guys, so I've got this vape. It's called the VooPoo Drag 3, and a lot of the VooPoo vapes have a software update, and this software update gives you a temperature control, and as you see I need temperature control for my herb vaporizer. So the problem is no USB like that work with this. You need to have a specific, the VooPoo one that comes out of the box, but you know, it's been like how many years? Like 5 years, I don't know. So I can't find it anymore. So I was thinking, why are none of these other USB-Cs working? So then what I did, I looked really closely into this. You can't see it on camera, but there's only 6 pins in there. So that's really small because USB-C has about 24 pins. So I'm going to show you what that is in a minute. So here's a little sketch up of the diagram for 6 pins. So you have 3 at the bottom, 3 at the top. And you can see here's what they are, right? So basically these 2 here and these 2 up here, ground 5 volts, ground 5 volts, just like here, like ground VBUS, ground VBUS. And then we have these CC1 and CC2. So when I search online, CC1 and CC2 are to signify the direction of just what the USB is. And what I think is that these guys just reconnected CC1 and CC2 to like data plus and data minus. So here's a classical representation of USB 2. So, you know, you only have ground, voltage, and you got data plus and data minus. So these extra 2 pins might exactly be what these CC1 and CC2 is. So in that case, what I did, I decided to buy myself one of these. And that's a pin out breakout board. So what this does, I can plug that, plug it in, and now boom, I've got all of these pins just exposed. So what I can do, I can get a USB 2 like this, and hopefully you can see here, you got, you know, CC2 and CC1, and I can take those pins and put them into data plus and data minus. So then hopefully I can update my vape so I can vape. So wish me luck, hopefully this works. So I've got about 5 USB micros. I'm just gonna pick like the shortest one, and I'm just gonna cut it off just so I can use this. One of these USB 2s. So you see here, you got each 4 pins, data plus, minus in the middle, and voltage and ground at the top. And got this little shitty fucking thing here. So I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm gonna solder it onto there, and hopefully we're good. I would like to mention that I even contacted support for one of these cables, and they were just like, no, you gotta buy a new one. And then I was like, can you at least give me like the data sheet for like what the USB is? And they're like, no, it's only factory or whatever. So this is why I'm doing this, because they are like refusing. So I'm gonna see if it works even. So yeah, let's cut this open. Maybe like here, I think. Yeah, it's probably good. There we go. Now I'm gonna strip this, make it all nice and neat. No way, bro. I just got scammed by fucking cotton, bro. So yeah, we've got positive and negative, but we don't have fucking data plus the data minus. We got fucking cotton bud. I might try just get this whole casing off. Hopefully I can get it off. Alright, so I've managed to absolutely fuck it up even more. But it's got enough electrical contact that I can deal with it, hopefully. Yeah, I managed to like rip out both of these two. Just absolutely just rip it out. So I pushed it back in. Hopefully it still works. Okay, I've got all the wires that I need. It's not really color coded, but fuck it. Alright, first section done. Look at this fucking masterpiece. Jesus. Oh, I haven't done I forgot the data pins, but after that, we gotta connect it to this, and then we should be good to go. Alright, it's all wired up. There's a little strand there that I need to get rid of. You see that? See that black one right there? I need to clip that off just to make sure nothing touches, because I don't want to get any data cable onto any of these. Like, if any data cable touches this, the whole thing will break, so I really don't want to do that. Okay, it's in the PC. Now, I've tested the connections. Remember, you always got to have one of these. These are your magic friend, right? It tells you voltage. You do not want to have data plus or data minus have voltage, otherwise it will break your device. So we've got voltage coming in. Now let me just log into Windows, log into VooPoo. Hopefully it'll work. Let's have a look. Okay, the vape is on. I'm not sure if I need to turn it off, but let me just plug it in. And so the thing is, it'll either need to be upside down or not upside down. So we'll have a look. No. Okay, let me try the other side. Fuck. Nah, bro. I'm getting signal. I realized I connected it wrong. So let's try to connect it right. Hopefully we get a signal. Alright guys, so I've connected this up to the oscilloscope, and on the S bus with ground, you can see that there's a slight period where it spikes. Yeah, so there's definitely data coming through here. So I'm going to try it again, and hopefully I can connect it to the PC. Let's see. Alright guys, kind of a moment of truth here. So we've got our USBs. We've got it connected to, just gonna go simply, just got one connection of ground, voltage, and then data plus and data minus. Now hopefully that connected to this, and that connected to the PC. Hopefully now it should work, since I verified that I did in fact mess up the first time. So let's have a try and see what happens. Guys, no way it works. Look, connected. Hold on. VooPoo V101 connected. This is how we do it, guys. That is amazing. Look at that, charging as well. Oh my god, now before this breaks, I've got to fucking update it. And oh my god, let's do it. Alright, time to update it. It looks like, yes, TC temperature control. Open. Look at that. Your Celsius marker there. Look at that. Oh, it should work now. I'm so happy right now. Stainless steel, you got... Oh, we turned it off. We got titanium and nickel as well. So, yeah.